Well, we again ended last time with a banging blizzard, and the blizzard is still ongoing in Pleasant Valley after doing a fair amount of cooking. I know it's a little dark, I apologize, but hello everybody, this is Frogman. Welcome back to The Long Dark, and our Tales from the Far Territory character who has cooked a reasonable amount of the special, and I'm calling it special recipes, the starred recipes, the ones you have to go find. Getting a little dark, kick this thing open so you can actually see what the heck we're doing. I'm starting right now just because we're going to continue some more cooking. We're going to have to make our way to Coastal Highway so that we can go do some fishing for 2 more recipes. But I wanted to point something out here before we kind of ended things. So if you look here, we're now at elegant, which means we're under, I'm going to guess, 90 or 80%. I think these are getting to be 88%, so they're 88. Elegant. So that gourmet, somewhere in the neighborhood, I'm guessing probably about 90%. You go from gourmet to elegant. Now, as far as I know, they don't lose any of their calories. That's just their way of telling you the difference between, say, this one is ruined, and this one is ruined, and this one is ruined. And let me see, do I have anything over here? So, like gourmet broths, those are going to sit there for a while. Broth seems to keep for a really long time. For what it's worth, broth for indoors seems to keep for a very, very long time without degrading. But like I think there is all those. I don't think I have anything right now that isn't ruined. That won't, that won't show the ruined effect. But essentially, what's happening here is these things are rotting in front of our eyes, and this has not been very long. So like, in the period this took, this is a kind of a thing that really still bothers me in this. Whether or not this is a bug or not, I don't know. But in order to be able to save this kind of food without it turning into, well, garbage early on, you need to be storing it outside with all of your other cooked items. So I'm going to go ahead and pick all of these up and, well, put them outside. And I'm going to grab those pies since we're going to be using these probably. And stashing them in a pile out here. Now, a lot of this stuff, because it has meat in it, what I want to show also is that, well, let me put the actual stink away, the stuff that's obviously stinky. If you hit the tab key, you'll get a stink line, and that's kind of one of those things. You can see the stink lines elsewhere. Where is he? Oh, he's still here. Dude, will you go away? Hang on a second. Let me get rid of this idiot. Go away. I'm trying to talk to these people. Thank you. Anyhow, if you notice, we have a stink line, and that's because I think almost everything we have on us outside of the pancakes has, well, something that stinks in it. And I want you to understand this. See all that stuff that's laying on the ground? All of that stuff will give you stink. Now, the thing is, if you pick these pies up and you hit the tab key, I'm hitting the tab key right now. I stink. It counts as bait, but it's not showing up on the line. If I pick this up, tab key again, it's not showing up, but it stinks. So regardless of whether you think you have stink or not on you, if you have any of these foods that have meat in them, you stink. So that's probably why a wolf or a bear or whatever is chasing you around. So I'm going to put all those down. Those down. We have the potatoes on us, and then we're going to go ahead and go to bed, and I will see you all in the morning. Alrighty, bedtime over with. Let's go downstairs, check a few things out. You can put this away, I don't need it. Sometimes it looks like there's something right back there, but it's just that cup clipping into things. Oh, you're gonna...
That's saying a lot, because I love horses.
We know you like horses. It's okay, it's fine. Alright, I am going to bring... Might just bring both of those, because there's no point in leaving that behind. How much running river oats do we have at this point? Bring that too, just for giggles. And I'm going to leave everything sitting right here otherwise. I think we're good. Need another bottle of water, and I want to put a few little things away, like I don't want those, and I don't want those. How is our bow? We have a deployable bow. Okay, how many of these do we have? We're good. I didn't want to close that cabinet. I just wanted to look at a couple of things because I don't want the acorn coffees. I don't want any of this stuff. We have 2 feathers on us. Make sure you carry your normal. I always try to keep at least 10 arrows. So 10 arrow shafts, 10 crow feathers. And I need to go downstairs and make I don't have any hooks at all. I need to go make some stuff. I'll bring some things like that along because I don't remember exactly where we are as far as stuff is concerned. And bring that, well, give me 2 more, 3 more. That's fine. 85 is fine. We have matches everywhere, and it is kind of the way things work. So let's go outside, eat our fair share of whatever is sitting right here that is edible. And we're going to leave all of this. So, like, we're back at where this is elegant. It didn't get, well, let's see, where was I was like 88 something, so we're at 81%. So by the time we make it back in a day or two, this will all be rotten. Probably. Just at the general passage of how it's going, all of this stuff right here is going to be rotten. Actually, I will take that with us because that's not necessarily part of the plan. But like all of these little things, I'm going to pick the pies up and take them with us, even though they're going to make us stink wandering through the world. And then we're going to go. So, yeah, I will see you guys when I get to... Well, I guess when we get to the mine, unless there's something crazy that happens. But yeah, we're headed towards Coastal Highway. Nice. We have a pile of coal. Let's see where we are. I don't want to be too heavy. Let's drop 5 for now, I think. That would be okay. We'll stay with 30. And go ahead and eat some of this food. And if I eat one of those, that should remove this problem, right? Almost. Almost got rid of it, but that's a reasonable number. And if we weren't tired, we'd be okay right now. Drink your water. Don't have any thirst. Good. Okay. Shut this off. Down to Quonset. Here he comes. Come on, bud. Come to me. We're going to have every wolf in the nation looking for us because of the fact that we have too much stuff on us. And I might end up parking in there for a little bit just because of the weather doesn't look so great. I do need to get to Quonset and check a few things out. Because I just looked at, and I forgot what I needed to bring, which was salt and cooking oil. But I think we have some here. If not, we can go back to the dam and get some. Can I get over this, please? I'm not liking this weather, and I'm not going to try to push it in coastal. Coastal is as bad as any other zone when it comes to snap blizzards, and I'm walking straight into the wind unencumbered. So, no, I'm not going to do it. I'll just go in here. Goes down and go in here. Brilliant. Give me an hour. Yep, I guess we're gonna spend the night right here. So, I don't suppose I have a fishing hut that's reasonably close. There should be one right out here, right? Well, I really don't want to play around in a blizzard with it. There's one right out there. I don't have any fire starter on me, though. I don't wanted to get to Quonset to make sure we had all the stuff we needed. Be safe. Be safe. Okay, that's better. We're not that far. We just need to kind of round the corner over here and get on. I dove off the hill from the mine the way that I did because of the fact that that's all snow all the way down into town. And your character, even when encumbered, walks faster downhill than they do in snow sideways. And if you're encumbered, you want to sit on one of these things, because one of these roads you'll, regardless of how heavy you are, walk faster than you will in snow or on ice. Come on. I got a flat spot. You can't have my pie. Was a nice wolf. Holy cow. Too bad I'm not staying. That's a... They've been eating good since I've been gone. Alright, so I believe that is the one I'm going to use. So we'll go over here and dump off extra parts, wood, whatnot. Most of this coal. We're still going to fish for it regardless. We'll just, if we have to go to, you know, wherever to go get some stuff, we'll go to wherever to get some stuff. But I do remember leaving a little bit here. Again, I should be making notes. I'm not making notes because I'm an idiot.
Did I say I hate being cold?
We're going to put this down. I'm going to drop 20 of those right there. And that should be good enough for there. I'll take your cloth. We haven't searched this one. That's good, I guess. It doesn't really matter. That means we get a little bit more food. Okay, cool. Go to the shop. To the garage.
Wait.
I guess it... Oh, you're going to talk over me? Cool, fine, it's wonderful. I guess it's... I keep hearing people talk about this, so I'm going to make a discussion about it here fairly soon. Once we get over the hill and into town, looks like we're going to have to kill another one because we stink. Come on, buddy. Where are you? I just saw you. Come on. He was zooming, man. He was moving. Little wolf. What's your guys' thoughts on when this actually occurred? What timeline? When do you think we're looking at this as far as this all happens? Come on. We might have to make dinner right here. He was moving too. Holy cow. How about that for some stuff? If it wasn't absolutely blowing right now. They're all little guys. Holy cow. Okay, well that one wasn't so bad. But yeah, what do you guys think the timeline is on this game? When do you think it occurred? Just looking at what's available for those of us that have been alive for, you know, 40 some odd years or 30 some odd years. Because of just what the technology is that's laying around in the area. I mean, granted, you've got to kind of budget it off of some of the other fun stuff, but if you look at some of the things that are around, you know, you've got little bitty cars with AM, FM radios, and none of them have any, you know, CD players in them for that matter. Like, I can do something here for, like, technology in a car. If you look at a car like this, right? That is old school push button, probably AM, FM radios from the 1970s, 80s, like stuff like that. If you look, there's no air conditioning in this car either. Granted, it is Canada, so it doesn't really matter. But if you look at the technology there, that's something to be interesting in. If you go in here, there's a computer with a tower in it with a CRT monitor. If there's no flat screens, I mean, I think there's like one flat screen TV somewhere in the whole deal, which doesn't make sense because if you look at the cars and the tractors and some of the other things that are around, if you look at this gas pump, this is a mechanical gas pump. Mechanical. It's mechanical, you can kind of tell, pretty much because of the way it works. And then there's this thing that has an ATM in it. It's for an electric EV car. EV cars weren't invented when this was around, when this stuff was, like, the timeline. I'm figuring this is 1990s, or not, like, you know, like late 1980s or 1990s. There were no EV cars then. This is just hipster stuff trying to be cool. To the point. If they were looking at trying to advance the way that they were doing things, they sure as heck wouldn't be using almost or majorly mechanical. This is pretty close to being a mechanical thing. I mean, this is old. But anyhow, did we leave any food items here? Or am I going back to, okay, good. Exactly what I needed. I was thinking of myself. Wonderful. Okay, and a potato. Good. Well, we could actually do a couple of coastal fish cakes then. That's great. Wonderful. All right, so we're good to go. I'm going to give her a nap, and then we're going to go spend some time fishing. I guess looking at my discussion, there is a flat screen monitor right there, but like a 1990s or 80s. I mean, it has a that in it. I mean, this is old. I understand it's, you know, what it is, but it's kind of one of those things when you look at it, you go, there are things that they put into the timeline in this game that do not make any sense at all, and that's one of them. All right, so we should have enough water to do the work. Maybe we have a.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Well, you can put one of those down. That's fine. No, put it down. Put this away. Get us some stuff. I had to go light a fire. Let's go outside, see if we can catch some fish. What did I leave in there? Oh, hey, looky, a bunch of stuff, plus some more matches. Why don't you do yourself a favor? Give that thing another 12 matches. There we go. Good enough. Acorns, rabbit, good, interesting. I have some more wires. We could make some more fishing hooks. Not fishing hooks, fishing lures. Put everything in there that is that bad. Under, and under. That's fine. Sure. What all is in that thing? We have accelerant and just a bunch of random junk and some matches. Okay, I was wondering where I put everything. Good. Let's go outside. Let's go see what's going on. Sounds pretty nasty. It's windy, but the sun's out. Let's go find us our fishing hut, go set up some tip-ups, and do a little bit of fishing. We might even cook some wolves. Come on, Coastal, be nice to me for a minute. We've gone I don't know how many fires at this point without, you know, using a match. I don't think I have anything to start a fire with, do I? And I don't. Nice, wonderful. Okay, well then that's great.
My fingers feel numb.
Typical. It's alright, this is for science. Not that I'm concerned. I think we still have like 300 or 400 matches laying around all over this map somewhere just because of the fact we got a nice early mag lens and have been good at using a mag lens. Come on, warm up. Okay, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna kind of talk about this real quick. The interesting thing about a fishing hut, or a fishing hut more or less, is the fact that you're reasonably well protected from the wind in here. And as long as you have a stupidly hot fire, you can sit in here with no clothes on. Or, for that matter, you can sit outside with no clothes on. So what I'll generally do in here, because if I'm sitting in here and a blizzard happens, this is a wide open door and this is considered an outdoor space. So if a blizzard happens, it rips up your clothing. So if you put some of your more expensive clothing away into the containers that are around you, we'll put the boots in there too. That was just about enough. And then you put the rest of the stuff in here. You know, what's going to take damage, which is anything that is clothing outside of these things, then they're reasonably protected. Now, as of recent updates, anything in these cupboards can get wet. So before we leave, we're going to have to make sure we have enough fire to, well, thaw them. The other thing I'll tend to do is you used to be able to, and I think the other bedrolls is the same deal, you used to be able to put your bedroll there or right here. Now you can't. It has to be right there. So I'm going to put my bedroll down just in case I need it before we start getting excited about how all this mess goes. It is now, according to the system in here, 96 degrees in here, and she's not wearing any clothes, which means as long as it stays above freezing in here, I don't have to wear any clothes. So how I'm working with this kind of a thing here is we have 3 tip-ups. So we're going to set 3 tip-ups to help us fish some things. And with the tip-up technology, what I want to try to do is I want to try to stay as close to a triangle around that thing as I can. So I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to go until I'm cold, or right about there. Because if I go just a little further, she's going to freeze. If a blizzard pops up, I will be cold right here. And the reason why I'm wanting to do this is because I'm going to reach as far as I can. I'm going to reach out about as far as it'll let me and break the ice. Tip-ups have a thing. Let me just put it like this. Tip-ups have a duration or a range around them that you don't want to be trying to put things too close to each other. So like tip-ups have a range around them where if there's so many tip-ups in a range or an area that you'll have a problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work off of the fact that this is the first one I placed. So then I'm going to go to the other side of the hut, and I'm going to kind of walk about the same direct distance. So we're cold right there. Do the same thing. As far as I can reach, do it again. The reason why I'm doing this is because of the fact that the ice is going to freeze on these tip-ups. And because the ice is going to freeze, we'll put one of the other cheap lures on that one. Because the ice is... I hate that thing. They need to get rid of this button right there. We're going to change those out. We're going to do this, hit start fishing. Because the ice can freeze, I have to be within a reasonable distance of wherever this is going to be. So like the next possible spot might be back here, or maybe this one instead of doing what I normally do. Like the last time I put them out back. This time I think we'll do it maybe right there. Pop the ice open, set one up, and get ready to go. Reason why I'm doing this is because in the amount of time that it took for us to do that, we already popped one. This is why tip-ups are fun. Once you hit the point where you can actually do the fun stuff with them, tip-ups will be fishing for you regardless. So like I said, now, she's naked. Imagine we're in a blizzard right now. That ice hole is already frozen. Break the ice. See what's in the thing. We get a rainbow trout. Thank you very much. Put it back. So we should now have 3 tip-ups set up. So then the next trick I'm going to do is we're after specific fish, which is why I'm using those to do this stuff that we're doing. I'm going to harvest this guy so I can get some bait. Okay, and then we're going to break this hole open. Take a drink of water. We're going to go outside and see if anybody tipped. No? Good. Okay. I'm going to put a pot down. We're going to fish for 2 hours. With bait. And I kind of want to stand in the center of this thing, kind of about right there. So let's see. We'll use bait, and I'm going to fish for 2 hours. There goes one right now. And this is where they get silly. I'm probably not warm. Go ahead and break it. What are we going to get? Hey, a rockfish. Nice. Go ahead, do that. We'll give you bait this time. I'm just going to have you on some bait and start fishing there. Cool. So that's one of the fish we need. Notice how I wasn't even able to get anything done. Now, I think my fishing skill is pretty decent at this point in time. I think we're still level 2. I'm still garbage. So the thing is, what I found when I was kind of experimenting with this whole deal is that you can sit here and do this kind of thing. How long do we have left on that pot? We've got about 36 minutes. Go ahead and just do the thing for about, I screwed up, that long. The more of these you have, the better off you are doing the work. I'm cold. Back into the warm. Well, I guess our water's about to boil off. Let's go gather that up. So as long as you're okay with multitasking this little process, you catch an awful lot of fish if you have more than one tip-up around a fishing hut. And, you know, if you're very, very, very good at just being able to manage things, don't wait to pick the thing up. Let it just That's the other thing I will say too. Do not wait to pick the thing up. As soon as you hear it tip, regardless of whether you're fishing, just pick it back up and go to work. So we have now how many? 22 minutes. We have about an hour and, well, yeah, about an hour. Granted, it's going to be a lot of wear and tear on whatever it is that you're using to break things open, but just do that. Nothing. Okay. Do that again. There goes another one. As soon as you hear it ding, regardless of what you're doing, get it. Ah, nuts. So we lost one right there. That means we lost whatever was attached to that, and so far we've lost about 20% of our durability on that. I think it was like 58%. I think one's already ringing. Go ahead, get that one down. We'll give it one of those. So I lost my fancy one, but that's fine. Is another one dinging? Good. What do we got here? So that one's 66% frozen. Another rockfish. Nice. We are... Oh, I'm still carrying one of those around. Nice. Okay. And our water, is it done? It's done. So it's kind of one of those games where it used to be you'd just sit in here for hours and hours and hours, cooking, or I should say, fishing, until you had a reasonable amount of fish, and then you would cook. Now, what I'm really probably doing wrong right now is I should be leaving these out and just me fishing until I get a whole bunch of fish. And then when I get a whole bunch of fish, set up all the tip-ups, you know, let them fish while I'm cooking. So that's kind of one of those things. It's like 3 people are sitting here fishing right now. Yeah, go ahead and do that again. And go ahead and do this again. And go ahead and do that again. Hey, coho salmon, nice. I think we're actually pretty close to being what we need to do, right? I might make some more bait out of that little trout. Gosh darn it. Anyhow, I'm gonna fish a little while and have a little bit of fun. This is the point what I'm talking about. You want to make sure you're within a reasonable reaching distance of where it is, because if a blizzard pops up, you want to be next to that really, 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 really hot fire when you're trying to move these things. Another rockfish. Beautiful. Put a more lure back down. Go back to fishing some more for me, please. Blink.
Yeah.
Dang it.
I am too tired to think straight.
I've caught more fish from these tip-ups than I have personally caught as my player character. Hey, Irish Lord.
I could eat anything right now.
Really, I guess we can eat something. We have lots of fish. Why don't you eat one of those? Well, we finally lost one. It finally broke. I caught a whole lot of fish out of that one ice hole right there. Okay, we still have 2 more of those to go. I'm just going to, again, keep fishing. We got a blizzard and a nasty, stupid wolf that tried to eat me while I was working on some things. He is very interested in me, and I don't know why. There, dinner. Lots of dinner. Okay. Oh, it's really cold out here right now. What is it out here right now? 112 Fahrenheit. In the middle of the day. That's cold. So cold I can't warm up unless I'm in the cone of that fire. How much did you give me, buddy? Thought you, me all of that. Well, that was the last one. We're busted on the fishing tip-ups now, so it's probably time for me to do the thing. So we've managed to catch a reasonable amount of fish, plus this wolf fish that showed up. I don't know where it came from. It was kind of weird. But yeah, it's now time, regardless of the weather outdoors. We have a reasonably hot fire. I'm going to sleep, recover some health, and then we can do some other fun stuff. So 10 hours sleep with, you know, she should be able to recover that right there, no problem. Get some water. Whoops, drink some water. 10-hour sleep, go. And then we need to take all of our clothing, because it's probably all sopping wet now. Yep. Set it right there and let it all dry out. So, I think what we're going to do, I do realize that I think I left my, left a usable piece of equipment that we're going to need, which is going to be a frying pan, which is fine. We can go do what we need to do. We're good to be kind of having fun. I'm kind of at this point right now where we're just kind of screwing around anyway, so we have all of the fish that we need now right here, along with all of the usable stuff that we need, and our rabbit pie is now pretty well rotten. We didn't cook that but 3 days ago, and it's already rotten, so again, I enjoy the new cooking stuff, but the food needs to not rot so quick. Alright, well, against my better judgment, I'm going to grab a little bit of water and I'm going to leave that pie sitting right here. And we're going to go run back over to that little house and go take a nap. We have a reasonable amount of fish, and I know it's kind of hard to see. I guess I can... Wind's not blowing. Let's just burn one of these. Give me torch. Give me torch. We're good. We've managed to catch a fair amount of fish in a few days. And granted, this is mainly because of the fact that I had 3 tip-ups going as well. I probably didn't catch a quarter of that. So that's a lot of fish. A lot of trout, a lot of coho, and a lot of those guys. These Irish lords seem to be a little bit rare, but that's a lot of the stuff that we're going to need to go do the stuff with. So I'm going to run her over to that house over there where she's safe, put her to bed, and then actually grab all of your coal because you burnt most of it, and we need some more things just in case. We're going to run over here because she's safe, or at least should be safe, and we killed most of the wolves that should have spawned in this area. And then we'll, in the next episode, go do the thing that is find a frying pan, come back here, cook all of that fun stuff, and, well, then we'll see what we do, because we have an update coming shortly, and... well, I don't know what I want to do with that update. I might, in between episodes, go ahead and cook these guys up, because that's a lot of food to be leaving in Coastal. I have a thought as to maybe spend a few days in Coastal Highway doing the looting, doing the fun stuff, doing all the stuff that is out there, because, well, we have an update coming, and I don't know when the update's coming, and I'm to the point now, I think, with this little character that we are as good as we need to do. So... again, this is kind of one of those late game zones for an interloper to come hang out in, so it might be just worth our time to go ahead and do it. And since it's warm-ish, thank you. We need to go through the door into the bedroom and drink water, and she will be just perfectly fine and not die. Alright, folks, I will see you all in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to do a little bit more exploring, cooking, and some other fun stuff. So,
I can't feel my feet.
bye.